But you can change the
IRAs.
beneficiary on the life insurance,
Yes.
even if you're not officially divorced.
Well, with the exception being a group policy that you're working for a
Right.
company.
There's
so
exceptions,
there's
but-
exceptions to everything,
But
yes.
if you're in the process of divorce, you want to change your beneficiaries, as many beneficiaries as you can legally, and you want to change your will. Now, we also have what's called an elective share. So depending on the facts, if you're in this process of getting divorced, but you're not divorced yet, it's possible that even if I change the will to say everything goes to the children and not my spouse, the spouse might have a right to take certain amounts of money from the estate anyway. That's the elective share. It's designed to make sure that the spouse is never left destitute.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a very complicated formula, too complicated for today's presentation, but it's out there. So there are times. There's also times where once you are divorced, even if you forget to change your beneficiary in life insurance, our law says it's automatically changed. I don't rely on that because insurance companies don't want to follow that. No. They're worried about being sued.
Of course. All right. So with the will, let's talk about the components or the provisions the fundamentals or the basic provisions that you would want to incorporate into the average person's will. We're not going to get into more sophisticated planning.
You did a great overview already.
Okay.
You want to say, who is going to inherit if I die? Who gets what? Now, if you have something very specific that you want your shore house to go to your son, you want to say that specifically. You also want to say, and if my son has predeceased me, who gets it after that? So you want a contingency plan because as much as we like our people to update their wills, they don't, and anything can happen. So we always have a contingency plan. What happens if that house doesn't go to my son? What happens if my co-op in Hoboken, which I left to my daughter, and she's not around? So if you have something specific like that, that's great. Most people don't. Most people just say, if I die, everything goes to my spouse. If we both die, everything goes to the children equally without being very specific. You don't have to be specific, but sometimes people really, really care.